Hi, everyone. Welcome to September of 2024. I know. How did we get here? Holy cowabunga. This year has just simultaneously flown by and taken forever. I don't know how to work with that. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Anyway, September. Wow. Okay. So, in the English language, September kicks off the Burr months: September, October, November, December. And where I live, November and December really are like burr kind of months. It gets cold. Um, so, September, we have so much to talk about, but I'm going to try to make it as bite sized pieces as I can. So, we start the month, now we're in Virgo season, and September is split by Virgo because the sun usually changes signs each month around the 20th, 22nd, somewhere in there. So we spend about 2/3 of the month in one sign, and then we hit another sign the other third of the month. So we're in Virgo season now. And then later in the month, I'm not sure the exact date. Like I said, it's around the 20th. We move into Libra. So with September beginning in Virgo season, we have a new moon in Virgo because new moons are always in the same sun sign that we're in. So the second or third, depending on where you live in the world, we'll have a new moon in Virgo. And new moons are awesome for starting a new chapter. It's like a blank slate. So we're starting the month with a blank slate, and I love that journey for us. We're going to take a look a little bit here in this reading. I don't want it to go on too long, but I will do a separate reading specifically for the new moon and then one specifically for the full moon during the month. So stay tuned for those. The full moon, speaking of, is a super full moon eclipse in Pisces. So everybody take a deep breath. Here's why. The full moon will always take place in the opposite sign of the sun sign that we're in. So 12 zodiac signs, each one has an opposite sign. And the opposite of Virgo is Pisces. So earth and water are always opposite, fire and air are always opposite. So with this energy, super full moons we're already crazy at the full moon. So the super full moon and it being an eclipse, cowabunga. So we'll do its own dedicated reading because it deserves that um, later. But for now, we'll see what comes out during the reading. But for now, just note that'll happen around the 17th or 18th of September, again, depending on where you live in the world. So this month, especially the first 20 days ish of the month, we're in Virgo season. So Virgo's an earth sign, awesome to get rid of any clutter or anything that's not working because Virgos, I love you, you know I do. Virgos are perfectionistic. So paying attention to those details and tweaking, making little tweaks. You don't have to make big changes, but like just little quarter turns. And it's like, oh, there we go. Perfect. So detoxing, releasing the past. It's a good time to physically declutter your life. So physically getting rid of stuff that doesn't serve you, rehoming it, or if it's broken, throw it away. If it can't be fixed, throw it away. Or repurpose it, upcycle it, whatever applies. The new moon in Virgo, because we're kicking off the month with it, really there's a couple ways you could look at this. On one hand, there's a lot of Saturn and Pluto energy going on right now because they're making some moves this month. I'm not an astrologer and I don't play one on TV, so feel free to find your favorite astrologer and find out what that means. Just know that Pluto is death, rebirth. It's Scorpio. It rules Scorpio. So death and rebirth energy, the death card in tarot. Awesome energy. It's the Phoenix. It's pretty cool. It's great to work with. So getting rid of what doesn't work to make room for what does. That's great for this new moon. And Saturn is a planet that is the ultimate taskmaster. It rules Capricorn. Capricorns, I love you, I do. But if there's anything that Saturn does well, it's hold us accountable and makes us learn lessons. And we're just going to repeat those lessons until we learn them. So work with that energy. So even if you're making your new moon wishes, manifestations, etc., and Saturn's holding you back, like, are you sure you're ready for that? Did you learn everything? Really check on that. Okay. So it's a great time. Don't think that it's not a great time. Like, oh, what's the point then if Saturn's just going to be here hammering away? Saturn's a teacher. It just wants us to learn so that we can move forward and that we can fully embrace the good stuff that's coming in. So with this new moon, again, I'm not going to go into it too much, but we'll touch on it a little bit since we are kicking off the month with it. You can make a plan. And I say that with a grain of salt because Virgo, I love you. Virgos are fabulous. They're earth signs. They're really great at making a plan and they really want to stick to it. But if it's not perfect, then they might not implement the plan until they're absolutely sure. So don't be afraid to take some risks. Just kind of let that energy simmer a little bit. And, don't let it bring you down. Still get into your new moon manifesting, do your thing, all the great stuff. And using that full moon energy will be awesome to let go of any limiting belief systems that are like, oh, what's the point? Or if it's not perfect, it's never going to work. I'm not going to do it. Or I thought I had the perfect plan and something went haywire. So insert negative thoughts here. Clear, cancel, delete. Let it go. Under the full moon, it'll be a great time to evaluate what's working and what's not, and just to make that little tweak. Because then we're going to hit Libra season and you'll be fine. So, make your plan. I know, man plans, God laughs, right? But not necessarily. It's more like you make a plan, and nobody ever says that old adage when stuff works. It's only when things don't work. And that's really getting into victim mentality. So let that go. Make your plan, adjust the sails if you need to. It's cool. So that's a good way to use these two moon energies in Virgo and Pisces, because again, remember they're opposite signs, to your advantage. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at overall energy for the month for you. And I'm also going to pull specific cards around career, love, and whatever else might come out. Definitely healing, because hi, Willow Tree Healing. It's what we do here. So where's your opportunity for healing? I've got some new decks that I'm really excited to play with. So yay. All right. So let's see what's going on. Let's get started. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on here. General reading, as always, please take what resonates. The Fool on the bottom. Sorry about my lighting. I can't get it right today. The Fool. So let's see how that pans out for us. Anyway, general reading, as always, please take what resonates only. And watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get a full picture. Or North Node, or whatever makes you happy. If you liked the title of the video, it played next, or you're cross-watching, that just means you're watching because someone else is a Libra in your life. That's it. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. September. It will be the beginning of your birthday season later this month. So let's see. Happy early birthday. Okay. Well, there's that. Let's see. Ooh, Queen of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. Interesting. Reversals aren't good or bad. It's just a different way of reading the energy. Often it will show us where there are blocks. Feels like that's better. Okay. And one more just to anchor the reading. Get it all laid out here and then I'll explain it to you. All right. Well, gender is always neutral in tarot, as a reminder, or an education piece if you're new to this. We've got two queens here. Queens and kings are rulers of their suit. So all four of the minor arcana suits have ace through 10 and then court cards. So kings and queens, masters of their suit, just divine feminine, divine masculine variations of the same energy. So Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, top and bottom of the reading here, both in reverse, tells me there's a little something going on. Shocking, I know. But with these two queens, the feminine energy, Queen of Swords, she's really thoughtful because swords is air energy, it's intellect. You're an air sign, could be you. You could be feeling turned upside down right now. Maybe you're reinventing yourself with that full energy that was showing itself. Awesome. With Queen of Wands, you could be dealing with someone who's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, doesn't have to be. And it also doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a coworker, a boss, a neighbor, familial, whatever it is, friendship. We have lots of different kinds of relationships. So with these two queens, the feminine energy here, the Queen of Wands, she's very artistic. She's painting here, her sunflower, creative, powerful. So you might feel like you're not real sure what to do right now. If we're just looking at you, again, this is general. If you want your own personal reading, awesome. All of my info's in the description box below. Feel free to get a hold of me. Seven of Cups here in reverse, you're letting go of illusion. Seven of Cups is you have a lot of choices, or maybe that's it. Maybe you don't feel like you have a lot of choice. As you don't have a choice, or you don't have a lot of choices, or you don't like the choices that you're seeing. So you're like, no, don't really want to choose any of those. Is there another option? Absolutely, there is. The Page of Swords here goes about and searches for that other answer, that other choice, that other option. Page of Swords gets a bad rap because pages are younger energy, less mature. It's the spying card, whatever. Could it be? Sure. But this energy, as I'm reading it, feels like he's pulling his arrow out of his quiver and getting ready. He's got his eye on a prize and he's like, I want that. So I'm getting ready to go do that, to go after that. There's something else that you've got your eye on that's going to fix this energy. And I'm real careful not to use that word, but fix is what's coming through. So I'm going to go with it. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, you could have a little bit of the woe is me victim mentality, victim consciousness, like, oh no, why is this happening to me? Get yourself out of that. That's the best way I can possibly say that, the nicest way that I can possibly say it. So let's see. Don't worry, we're going to look, we're going to see what your advice is here. I'm not going to leave you hanging. Wow. If you're watching, did you see that card fly? It just flew. Six of Cups. Yep, move on. Move TF on. So the Six of Cups. This is about sixes are movement. Cups energy is looking back, reminiscing to the past, maybe looking back to childhood, maybe overly romanticizing that. And maybe you're pining for someone. That's very possible. But this is a card of you learn from it and you move forward. Could also be inner child healing too. Where does that come from? Where does that victim consciousness come from? And make a different choice. Change your mindset so you can turn this Queen of Wands right side up and get your mojo back. how Stella got her groove back. I've never actually watched that movie, but for some reason that just came right into my head. So I'm going to roll with it. Let's see what the Cosmic Journey Oracle has to say. Because this feels like something's got to give. And you know, that's what you're feeling. Something's got to give. I need some movement. I've been way too stagnant. I ain't feeling this anymore. Say yes to your open door. And you contain the entire universe encoded within you. Oh, beautiful. So these cards come with journal prompts. Let's see what that has to say. So say yes to your open door. And what I heard when that card came out was you might not feel, especially with the Seven of Cups in reverse, like there is an open door right now, or you don't like any of the doors that are in front of you. Tap back into this Page of Swords here and go knock on the door that you want to open. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to, because if it's not your door, it's not your door. But it's like I've always told my son, if you don't ask the question, the answer is always no. But if you do ask the question, you got a 50-50 shot. So saying yes to your open door, yes to life, yes to love, your destiny, your purpose, romantic relationship, career path, whatever it is. So your journal prompt or meditation prompt, what is my next open door awaiting my yes? Read that again. What is my next open door that is awaiting my yes? What's waiting for me to say yes to it? What is knocking on my door? So you could do, what was that? I think it was Jim Carrey, Yes Man. Like he wasn't allowed to say no. He just had to say yes to everything. You don't have to say yes to everything. You don't. But any invitation that comes your way, especially if it's something you would normally say no, or if you're feeling like a hermit right now because it's very Virgo, very Virgo season. If there's any Virgos watching, I love you. You know I do. But knowing that there is something waiting for you that is outside of your norm. And there it is. That's what your antidote is. That's what your answer is, your guidance here. Say yes to something you would normally say no to, because you need to get out of your comfort zone to reinvigorate your creativity, your drive, your mojo, get your groove back. Yes, we get there. Sometimes we have to take a roundabout, but we get there. And you contain the entire universe encoded within you. We're all one in collective consciousness. It's very Aquarian energy, fellow air sign to you. But generally speaking, this is about, I put the guidebook away, 1 minute. This is about how we're all one. The universe wants to co-conspire with you, not against you. The universe always has your back. So you already have the answers inside. You already know what you want. So your journal prompt is, what is the title of the story I am writing? Ooh, a little bit of Akashic Records. They say Galactic Library. Akashic Records here. And what are the first lines of your book? So maybe you're literally writing a book, or you've been guided to write a book. So get creative with it. Maybe design. Like I can't draw a stick figure to save my life, but I would know what I would want on the cover of my book. So if you want to, you are invited to create that. What would the title of your book be? What would the cover look like? What colors would be involved? Again, we're turning this Queen of Wands right side up by doing that. Beautiful. I have this Soul Truth deck here. These are more thoughtful prompts for you. Oh, okay. Libras are a little extra this month, I see. What can I burn? Okay, put down the pyromaniac. What can I burn? This is safely. Okay. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you aren't enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes. There's that Pluto energy. No longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Woo! Love it. That's this Six of Cups. What I was saying earlier about in the Nine of Wands in reverse about inner child healing, deprogramming, changing that mindset. What do you believe? Because what you believe is your reality. What you believe is your reality. If you don't like it, change what you believe. Change your belief system. BS belief system. It's BS for a reason. Okay. Action. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Okay, there you go. There's more writing. We'll follow the metaphor, but for some of you, you are literally writing. You are literally writing a book. Am I afraid to be seen? Am I afraid to be seen? Ooh, Libra. Are you? Are you afraid? It's okay. It's okay if you are. The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. It's time to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love, you are whole. There is no more hiding, no more shame. There's only truth. So what's your truth, Libra? Live and live naked and be free. Bare your soul. What parts of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? You are social butterflies, Libra. So it wouldn't surprise me if you bow to societal norms and convention because that's what you feel like. Even if it's a group of friends that are seemingly rebels or misfits or outsiders, are you trying to fit yourself into what they think? Are you dumbing yourself down? Are you watering yourself down? Are you saying that this is who? What mask are you wearing? Need a sip of water. 1 moment. What mask are you wearing? What are you saying, doing, believing, acting so that you can fit in with some group? I said this for Virgos too. It's okay to evolve. It's great. It's the whole purpose of being here. And as we evolve, not everyone can come with us. They'll be in the boat for a while, but then it's time for them to take another boat. Okay? Nice. And then the third one that came out, what am I grateful for right now? What am I grateful for right now? This one was stuck to it. What am I looking for outside of myself that's already within me? You have the whole universe encoded within you. I don't even have to read the rest. Just more confirmation. And being grateful, inviting gratitude in will help all of this run through its cycle. Love it. Okay. So relationship-wise, this is the Love Story Oracle. So if this is romantic love for you, ooh, differences. Differences are beautiful, but sometimes there's just too many differences. Or the differences that are there are too drastic. It's too much. Like we cannot be together. The narcissist and the empath. Who's benefiting from that? The narcissist. So it could also be, though we can honor the differences in each other, we need to go our separate ways, even if it's been a long time. Mystery. Wearing a mask. Yep, there you go. I love when spirit confirms things. It's okay to have an element of mystery in a relationship, but if you're wearing a mask, because you feel like you have to fit in, or you're afraid of your inner child healing that needs to be done. And if somebody sees that, they're going to leave you, then they're not for you, and you're not for them. Because if you don't trust that person, I've been there. I'm the empath. Hi, it's me. So if you're not giving that person enough credit, that opportunity for you to take off the mask and for that person to say, I love you through this. I can't do the healing for you, but I can hold space for you while you do it. You would be awfully surprised. Beautiful. But if you're not willing to do that and you just want to stay stuck, well, then that's your prerogative. But what good does that do? Come on, Libra. You can do better. Speaking of healing, let's grab a card from the Heal Yourself deck. Ooh, cycles. What repeating cycles are in your life? What belief system? Are you repeating the patterns that your parents did, that someone showed you? Remember, that lesson just keeps coming up. Saturn's going to keep bringing it in. It might look different, be a different package, but it's going to be the same lesson every freaking time until you learn it and you heal it. Self-love on the bottom. It's a very Libra looking card to me. It's very pretty. And you love beauty and balance. You're always seeking balance, Libra. That's why you're the scales. So self-love. Love yourself. Break the cycle. Love yourself enough to break it. Ooh, Libra. Beautiful energy. Love that journey for you. So thank you so much for being here, for watching. Again, if you'd like to have your own personal reading, all of my info is below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Take care.